beginning of the 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. 9 out of every 10 homes contain its products. Its political and financial influence is felt everywhere. In public, it is the world's leading supplier of computer technology, medical products, and healthcare. Unknown even to its own employees, its massive profits are generated by military technology, genetic experimentation, and viral weaponry.
What's going on, folks? Lotus here. Welcome back to another show. It's Friday again at last. Boy, let's just kind of get right into things, shall we? So, most of y'all know, probably by now, that I was supposed to start my new stream season on Twitch Sunday. That it obviously didn't happen. Long story short, for those who aren't aware, up to speed, a very dear shipmate of mine from the Navy passed away. Very tragically, Sunday morning. Did not find out about it till like maybe a half hour before my stream was supposed to start. And this week was just not a good week. As a consequence of that, this week was not a good week to really start streaming for me. Now, granted, obviously that means how convenient that yet again I'm supposed to stream and I don't stream. I get it. I hear you. And I'm going to make it up to y'all. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here with some new video content. I'm going to be starting to do a new video actually on Mondays. I want to do a military minute for those who apparently seem to like the military content on my channel. So I'm going to throw some of that in there. So we'll see. I'll come up with a good topic for Monday, and I'll throw just a quick 5-minute video up on Monday after I get home from work. But yeah, I definitely owe y'all some stream time. And there's a lot of news surrounding what I'm interested in with that streaming to kind of cover going into that. But before we get into that part of it, I want to just discuss some basic news that's been going on around the industry. I'm sure y'all know COVID-19, aka the C virus. I'm not worried about getting monetized because fuck that shit. Coronavirus, COVID-19, is all over the news, and I think a lot of it's being blown widely out of proportion. That's just my opinion. I think it's being made out to be a lot worse than it is. We've already heard from a lot of doctors who said that the response is disproportionate to the rate at which the disease is spreading, or the virus is spreading, and he believes that it can be countered. Obviously, there's some people that are recovering from this and are being discharged from the hospital. You got over 20,000 in China alone that have already been discharged. They're going home. They're going to be okay. Obviously, there's plenty who have not been so fortunate, but I think the whole thing's being blown out of proportion. I don't think the response from a lot of agencies is actually appropriate right now. More to follow on that. And why am I bringing up COVID-19? Well, so I'm sure y'all have heard by now that E3 kind of is in peril right now. It was already kind of going by the wayside a little bit because you had Sony drop out first of all, and it's nothing new. Sony's done that before. It's just not in alignment with Sony's vision going forward for how they want to show off their product. And E3 itself is kind of going the way of the dinosaur, because you gotta think about what E3 is. It's not like Comic-Con where you all dress up and people get to nerd out and meet with their other nerdy friends and sit on panels with actors and producers and directors and game creators and see game demos. E3 is one of those expos where you might sit in line for 5 hours for a 10-minute demo, and that's not really appealing to people anymore, no matter how much of a crowd it might draw. Way back when, it used to be something that was really appealing. It's not, and I think people are starting to kick off on that. You have an industry vet, Jeff Keighley. He's skipping E3 for the first time in 25 years. He just wants to support the industry in other ways. He didn't like the vision, the direction it was going. Everyone's kind of following suit, and now we've got people that are starting to drop out of E3 as a result of coronavirus. You've got GDC that had to be canceled and rescheduled for the summer because of coronavirus. And as of right now, E3 2020 is still scheduled for June 2020, despite the COVID-19 outbreak. Until things change, of course. We'll be updating y'all daily on that. But, the Minecraft Festival got postponed even for due to COVID-19. there's so much stuff that is being shut down because of COVID-19. I mean, you know, Destiny, which is my next topic, Destiny's development might actually have a different cadence in terms of its release schedule because of COVID-19. Now, a lot of their developers, as Luke Smith put it, are able to work from home and provide the content for the next season that starts next Tuesday, which I'll be getting to here in a second. But, you know, first it was a shortage of masks and a shortage of hand sanitizers, all kinds of other things that was going on. Folks don't realize just how much of an impact something that's not, you know, this isn't like some bubonic plague, you know. It's going to be something that's going to be treated, something that's going to be taken care of here. There's going to be a vaccine developed for, I'm sure. And yet something like that, with such a rapid outbreak that hit the world at such a global scale, had such a massive impact on worldwide industry, and we're feeling it everywhere. You know, it started with masks, and now we're seeing it in everything. You know, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One X series could get delayed because of, like, you know, certain chipsets and circuitry that needs to be developed and manufactured in China might be delayed. So who knows? You know, they might end up short. They might end up short for the holiday release. They might still release on time. The problem is it may not meet demand. So it's a big deal, and it's something to take seriously. It's not something to fearmonger over and say, oh my god, you know, I'm going to die. It's not that bad. But what it is doing is disrupting the world economy. And this is something to pay attention to, because it could affect something that's important to you. You know, this video game news might not be important to you. You might care about military news, but I think we finally realized, because of this, how much stuff we actually import from China. And that is huge for the gaming industry, because from hardware to software, that's massive. A lot of big company partners are in China. So just keep an eye on that. It's going to be something that's not going to go away. So on the note of streaming, I can't promise anything this weekend. I'm going to do my best. I'm definitely going to try and get a stream in on Sunday. It'll probably be Star Wars Galaxies in all likelihood, or possibly Destiny 2. I haven't decided yet. Obviously next week we're going to roll into Star Trek Online like we normally do on Tuesdays, and yes, I'll have some ramen mail for y'all. And there's going to be all kinds of other stuff that we're going to be looking at doing next week. I would like to get War Thunder in. If I want to do a double feature for War Thunder and Destiny because of the new season starting, I might do that as well. Same thing with the Tricky Tuesday. The Tricky Tuesday may be cut short so that I can do a little bit of Destiny as well, because again, new season is going to drop on Tuesday. Now, I don't want to take any thunder away from one of my favorite YouTubers, whose name is Aztec Cross. He did a really, really good video that I will do a breakdown for. I'll leave it up here, throw a card on here or something. But I want to go over some of my favorite things that I'm looking forward to most about Season 10, a Season of the Worthy for Destiny 2. There's been a lot of things that have, like, put me borderline maybe not being super hyped, super excited about Destiny. But recently, after seeing a couple other TWABs, which they call This Week in Bungie, and Luke Smith's Director's Cut letter to the community, one of the things I noticed is it took a while for this to happen, but since Shadowkeep, I've noticed over a period of time that Luke Smith has been more receptive to what the community's been asking for, and the feedback we've been providing him about the state of the game, what's working, what's not working, what needs to be fixed, what's balanced, what's not. Everything is completely lining up as far as Destiny content goes. I mean, so we've had an exotic for Titans called One-Eyed Mask that's been overpowered and broken for forever. And one of the things that we had a criticism about is that the original nerf of it was they took away its overshield when you die or get a kill, and kept the ability to mark your targets, which allowed you to see them through walls and be able to predict where they're going to be coming around the corner, and you get the drop on them every time. And that was the big deal, was that that marking. Well, that's going away. Now it's going to be target highlighting. The overshield's coming back. It's going to be a more balanced exotic because of that. Something that I thought from a design aspect, Severance Enclosure, which is such a cool looking exotic chess piece for Titans, is getting a much needed overhaul, and it looks fucking amazing. Before they made it to where you would get an explosion from a finisher in PvE and a melee kill in PvP, it was useless. It was an absolutely garbage chess piece. It really just wasn't worth anybody's time. So now that they're addressing that, that's going to be a really cool exotic to be looking out for. I'm probably going to be focusing on grinding and upgrading that thing over the weekend here. And there are a bunch of, again, I don't want to get too deep into it. I main a Titan, so that's why I kind of wanted to gush about my Titan updates a little bit. There's some nerfs coming to some weapons, some buffs about the way we get pinnacles. We're going to be going up to light level 1010 with pinnacles and shit, so that's... And there's a lot of freaking content. And Trials of Osiris is coming back. That's a big deal because that was the sweaty PvP in-game content from Destiny 1 that die-hard fire teams, you know, I got me, Full Metal Boxers, and Mav, the three of us run together and, you know, almost all the time with our Destiny PvP for Gambit and Crucible. So us getting in practice in time for Trials and getting ready for this whole thing is really exciting because we're really going to be able to see how far we can push forward in the elimination match style. So I haven't been this excited to be a Destiny player in a while. Again, I'll link asterisk across this video so y'all can see the whole smash of everything that's coming, and it's all great news. There's a lot of stuff that's coming that's really, really great for the whole game. And there's a lot of stuff coming out for a lot of the other games that I play and stream, like Guild Wars 2, Star Trek Online, War Thunder, friggin' Final Fantasy 14, Star Wars Galaxies, obviously. Star Wars Galaxies Legends is constantly evolving. That's not going to stop anytime soon. We just celebrated our 4th anniversary. Y'all, this is a good time to be a gamer, especially if you use gaming as a coping mechanism, as a way to kind of unwind from a long week. And it's a great time for me to get back into streaming because we got Doom Eternal right around the corner. I just played the demo for freaking Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I cannot tell you how fucking excited I am to play that game and stream it next month. So, again, y'all, I appreciate your time. Can't do this without y'all. So, again, tune in next time. Stay on the lookout for Monday. I'll have a topic. If y'all want to give me a topic of anything military history-wise you want to discuss, or just a current issue that you're concerned about, drop me a line. Let me know what you want to see. But until then, keep quick drawing, slack John. Outlaw Lotus, out.